Alrighty, guys, we are back. Today we are going to discuss how to get better leads and more leads into your sports training business. So, if you don't know me, my name is Tyler Matthews. I've been running a local basketball training program for the last 8 years, and there's been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but we have had some success. And I'm here on this channel to share some of that with you guys. So, we've done as high as like $50,000 a month in revenue, and of course, there's been, a bunch of mistakes that have been made to getting to that level. And so, anyways, let's get right into it. How to get better leads. We're going to start with better leads and then we'll talk about more, because ultimately you could be getting all of the leads in the world, but if they're not good ones, like players and parents that actually value what you have to offer, then you're just going to be turning your wheels and it's going to lead to frustration. So the way to get better leads is going to be this middle circle right here. And so I put app. What I mean by app is application. So if we can have parents and players fill out an application to train with you, that is going to lead to them being more qualified and taking you more serious, which leads to them being a better lead. So examples of this would be if you look at colleges, right? You big universities, you can't just anybody that has a credit card can't just pay to go to that college. You have to apply to that college. They are then going to review your application. They'll see what they like, what they don't like. They may have some questions. They may have an interview process. But anyways, it shifts the frame from like, hey, anybody and everybody can do this to, we're only working with players that fit this specific criteria. And for you, depending on who you are as a sports trainer, that may be different, right? There are sports trainers that are willing to work with 6-year-olds. 6 to 10-year-olds may be their specialty. There may be trainers out there that work with all ages and skill levels, 6 years old, all the way up to professional athletes. There's trainers that specifically only work with high school athletes looking to go to college. You get the idea, right? And so by having an application, you can ask specific questions that qualify or disqualify your ideal clients, right? And the more that people are filling out that application and putting in more and more details, the better of a lead it's going to be. So with this being said, right, with an application, with our local basketball training program, we've had 3 different applications. So we have a long one, we have a short one, and then we have a medium one, right? So we have those 3 different applications, and we may, depending on the season, if we're like ultra busy and we, can't take on more players, then we're going to put the long one there to pretty much add a bunch of friction and only have people reaching out to us that are super interested in this. If we're in a season where we need or want, if we have more capacity, then we can shorten that application. But I strongly suggest having some sort of application where you ask name, email, phone number, their grade. You're going to want to ask questions like, how long have you been playing this sport? What do you feel your strengths are, your weaknesses, different things like that, right? So application, this is going to be the way to get better leads, is having some sort of application in your business. The second note to this, we're going to talk about how to get more leads, right? Which is meta lead forms. And so you see this little graphic that I drew. This is the big circle, right? And then this is the small one. The small one is the applications. Those are going to be the best people, but the way you find the best people is you make this big circle bigger and bigger over time. So when you're first starting your business, you may only have 10 people that you know, and out of those 10 people, only 1 or 2 are willing to fill out an application, right? But then as you grow your business and you do this for longer and you get better with your messaging and figuring out who you ideally want to work with, that overall bubble should grow to where you have hundreds and then thousands and then tens of thousands of people that are in your database. And out of those, a certain percentage are going to be willing to fill out an application and go through your process. And so the way to get more leads is there's a ton of ways we can discuss, right? And we will make more videos on all the different ways that you can get more leads. But the quickest, best way to get more leads is just to run meta ads where they fill out a Meta lead form. So you're not taking them off of Meta and to your website, something like that. You're keeping them on the platform, and it's just super simple. Facebook pretty much already has it auto-filled, and they can just click a button to fill out their name, email, and phone number. And what that does is then you can set it up where all of those leads are funneling into your CRM, your customer relationship management software, and then you're sending out emails on a regular basis. So a certain percentage of these leads that come in, maybe out of the 100 leads that come in, 4 or 5, or maybe a few more, a few less, are going to be super interested in your program, and they're going to go to your website. They're going to fill out the application. And so by running these, you're going to get these. But then also what happens over time is you nurture these people, right? The more leads that you're getting, you're nurturing them. Some of them are going to need to see your content and build trust with you and hear about you in the community. And over time, you're going to take these people and turn them into these people. So we want to continuously grow this big circle, and that will lead to more like better qualified leads coming into your business, which ultimately just makes your job easier. It makes it more fun. You don't have to, talk to a bunch of people all day that aren't interested, or that are like just going to come in and do one session or do 1 month. You're getting to people that are going to be long-term great clients that you enjoy working with, and it ends up being a win-win all the way around, which is ultimately what they want. So, or what we want, right? And so, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. Is just, we want to make sure that we are getting the best leads possible by having them fill out an application, and we want to continuously get more leads by running ads. Last thing I'm going to say on this, you may be thinking, oh, I'm not in a position to run ads, and we haven't spoken, so I'm not sure. I'm happy to talk to you about this. I'd love for you to reach out to me. I'll end up putting some sort of link in the bottom of these videos. For now, just feel free to email me, Tyler, Tyler .Matthews, Matthews @gmail.com. Right. And if you email me, we can hop on a call and we can look at, what your systems look like. If you have any Facebook ads running right now, and if you don't, you can start putting in as little as $5 or $10 a day, the cost of a little Starbucks coffee, and you'll start getting a bunch of leads into your business. And we'll rock and roll from there. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to keep these videos pumping out. I originally said 2 times a week in that first video, but I'm looking to do this 5 days a week now. I want to go daily consistency. I have a lot to talk about, and here to help sports trainers grow their business. So let's get it.